Well, hello and welcome to a new video, and welcome to Cockfosters. It's a Monday. I've just had the weekend off, and I was going to go out and film ready for Saturday's video, but I'll be honest, I just decided to have a lazy weekend, just did the housework. Problem is also, I thought I'll film Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because I'm off Thursday, can edit it ready for the weekend. However, some idiot, don't know who that was, left the camera at home, so having to use the phone. So pick up in a minute, it's almost 10 to 5, heading down to T4. So train's come in, it's about 6 minutes late, so got a couple of minutes to get it out. In fact, I've got the signal already, so I'll see you down T4. So we're at Terminal 4, we actually arrived about 30 seconds early. Nothing really to report, uneventful. A bit busier than I'd expect on a Monday, but nothing to worry about. A little bit of rain as we approached Acton Town, and then when we got to sort of Osterley, even though it wasn't raining, it had rained a little harder, so a little bit slippy, but nothing really to worry about. So we're out there in about 5 minutes or so I'll see you back at Cockfosters. So we made it back to Cockfosters on time. Nothing really to report. Well, some nice flowers. I'll show you them when I come back if I remember. Yeah, nothing to report. Uneventful. We're on time. The only thing, sorry, it's a bit bright. The only thing was Hyde Park Corner was closed. So yeah, that was it. So I'm going to have my break, and then T5. So I'm going to pick up. For some reason, there's no trains in the platform. They're all late. Don't know quite what's happening. So. I'll let you know when the train comes in. I'm going to reform another one, but it's still going to be late. So I just had a phone call from the control or signaller telling me that my train is coming in on the middle platform. I'm to go and wait down the other end. Normally we wait and speak to the driver, but I've been told to go down because as soon as it comes in, they're going to give me the signal to go. So I don't know what's happened. So we've had some new speed restrictions put in on the platforms. It goes 15 and then down to 10. And there's the 10. About halfway down the platform. So our train is coming in. Sorry if you're a bit shaky. Trying to hold everything. So if they clear the signal straight away, I'll only be 4 or 5 minutes late leaving. We can cope with that. Just depends how busy we are going to go west if there's been a gap. Yeah, this is my train. We're going to be heading straight out, so I probably wouldn't worry about it. All right. Right, I'll see you down T5. Hey, so we made it to Terminal 5. This is 21 sidings, if you are interested. We left Cockfosters about 7 minutes late in the end. And we got here a minute or so late, so can't really grumble with that. It was very smooth in town. We weren't held anywhere, we had no trouble. We was reasonably close to the train in front, but not enough that we had to slow down particularly. So yeah, happy with that. Hyde Park Corner station still closed. Step over that puddle. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the train out the sidings, onto the platform, back up to Cockfosters. Here's hoping that the eastbound journey is just as, I'm not going to use the Q word, but just as easy as the westbound was. So I will, sorry, trying to walk and hold you at the same time is not easy. So I'll see you back at Cockfosters. So whilst I'm waiting to go into the yard, pretty uneventful. It was a little bit slow between Hammersmith and between Acton and Hammersmith on the eastbound. We didn't stop at Hyde Park Corner. We stopped at Turnham Green. But when I was at when I was at about Turnpike Lane, they announced Holborn had closed. It looks like someone may have been hit by a train on the Central Line at Holborn. So I just want to say that I don't know the specifics of it. It may have just been someone that's fallen onto the track and not been hit by a train. But I just want to say, if you find that you are struggling a bit with life, we all get like that. There is help out there. UK, we've got the Samaritans, and what I'll do is I'll link their phone number and website in the description below, just in case you need someone to talk to. So I'm going to call it a night. I've just got to put the train away, and we'll be back Tuesday, later today, because it's 25 to 1. So catch you later. Hello and welcome to, I guess day 2. I was going to say part 2 of this video. Before I talk about what's going to happen today, I just want to talk to you about something. So at the end of filming yesterday, I was talking about the Central Line and something that happened. Luckily, according to the report, no one was hit by a train. The report's not got too much details on, but I would guess it was maybe someone that was in distress, is the polite way of putting it. So I just wanted to sort of talk about, you know, mental health, and especially for men, but, you know, not exclusively. You know, unfortunately, suicide's higher in men than women. Men don't tend to have the same sort of support network that maybe the ladies have with friends and what have you. So just remember, if you are struggling and you can't talk to family or friends, there are people out there to help. Go see your local doctor. There might be some counselling. Some workplaces offer counselling. So like London Underground, we have like a support line we can call for various different things, and one of them is counselling. It's not in-depth counselling, but it's there. And of course, you've got the Samaritans here in the UK. I don't know if there's something similar around the world. So as I said yesterday, I will link it below. Just sort of look after yourselves. Your mental health can easily creep up on you. Trust me, I know. And maybe a lot of people in the world don't see what goes on. Unless you're in sort of the emergency services or healthcare, you might not be aware of quite how bad mental health can be for people. Now, I've been on the railway for 17 or 18 years this year, and I've lost count the amount of people that have, you know, sadly had to take matters into their own hand, I think is the politest way of putting it. So all it really is, I just want to say, you know, take care of yourself best you can. If you're struggling, get some help, find some help. There is always someone to listen to you. Or maybe you've got a friend and you notice something's not quite right with them. You know, you'll probably still get the usual "I'm okay." Guilty of doing that myself. If they're not ready to talk about it, just being there, taking their mind off it. Maybe take them out for a drink, whatever it might be. Just remember, we're all human, we all have emotions, and sometimes it's hard to keep them in check, I should say, and they get the better of us. So that's all I really wanted to say. Just, you know, be kind to each other. We all have our bad days, but there seems to be people nowadays that just want to go out of the way and make people's lives a misery. But we're all here for the same thing. We're all here to provide for ourselves and our family. So yeah, that's all I'll say on that subject. So I will link it below. So moving on to today. Today is Tuesday. We're currently 2:45 in the afternoon. So I start work a little after 4:30, 4:40, something like that. Can't remember exactly. And I'm a spare duty today. So I've talked about what a spare duty is before, but if you're not sure. So a spare duty, we have our start time and our finish time, but we don't have a driving duty within that time frame. So normally I would ask the day before what I'm doing today, but I haven't. specifically because I thought we'd find out together. So what will happen is, when I go to work, if there's a duty that's uncovered that fits into the time I'm at work, I'll do it, or if I'm given it, obviously. Might be half a duty. There might be nothing for me to do, which means then we just basically sit around drinking coffee, but we're there should an incident take place, a driver taken ill, a spad, or something worse happen. We're there to be able to go and move a train that may be stuck somewhere. So that's generally what a spare duty is. If I've got nothing to do, there's every chance we'll get sent home a little bit early, which from my point of view is always nice. I do appreciate trying to get home that little bit earlier. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Yeah, I'm not really sure what we'll be doing. I spoke to another driver yesterday who's also spare today, and he said it looks like everything was covered yesterday if no one goes sick, so we'll have to wait and see. So on that note, I'm going to drive the hour and 10 minutes to work that I've got left, and yeah, I'll update you when I get to work. Did get a job. It's nearly 6:10, heading down to T5, so train's just come in, I think. Let me go and relieve this useless driver. James, nice of you to get here. Yeah, so off down to T5. So here we are, back at trusty 22 sidings, Terminal 5. So uneventful through town, nothing really to report. So I'm going to take this train now to Acton Town, where I'm going to have a little bit of a break. So just got to Acton Town. Nothing to report, going to go having a break. So that's my break over and done with. I had jacket potato, beans, cheese and salad. I was going to show you, but I got chatting. So heading back to pick my train up at Acton Town, back to T5 and then up to Cockfosters. So we're back at T5, let's go into the sidings. So it's almost 10:20 in the evening, we're due out in about 3 minutes. Back up to Cockfosters, stopping at Turnham Green as we'll pass through there just after 10:30. So it's a bit of an uneventful day, which is what we like. Mondays and Tuesdays are generally less busy than other days of the week, so hopefully it will stay that way. So, with any luck, I shall see you at Cockfosters. Right, whilst I wait for my bodyguard, she should be bringing her train in just behind mine. Yeah, so it was slow. So it was fine up until I got to Acton. And between Acton and Turnham Green, I was doing 15, 20 mile an hour and I was still having to stop at reds. And then it sort of cleared up. It slowed down a bit in town, sort of Green Park, Piccadilly Circus, but that's nothing new if the train in front or the one in front of that, whichever one was causing the problem, is busy. We always blame the tail lights we can see, so the train behind me blames me and vice versa. Anyway, but we were moving. Anyway, then between Arnus and Oakwood, every signal was red. Stopped at a couple of them. Yeah, so I think I got to Cockfosters about 8-9 minutes late. But never mind, these things are sent to try us. So with that, I'll wait for her to bring her train in. Yeah, if we get the train, if we're stabling almost close to each other, we wait for each other. She protects me, you see, that's what it is. So yeah, have yourself a good night. We're back tomorrow on a snip turn, so it's just what we call one rounder. So I think I'm just doing Rayner's Lane back, stable it, job done, I think. But it's a late start, it's around 8:30 or something. I will double check that when I get home. So yeah, have yourself a good evening, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Hello, there you are. Hey. Welcome to the last part of this video. So it is Wednesday, it's 19:09. I started about an hour and 20 minutes. I left a little bit earlier, thinking traffic would be bad, but there was pretty much nothing on the road. So I'm going to have my lunch before I start work. I pick up, I think, about 8:45 to Rayner's Lane and back, and then that's me done. So, well, yeah. I'll see you when we pick the train up. So it's time to pick up a train. It comes in a couple of minutes. Oh, excuse me. Arsenal have been playing at home. I believe they're finished now. So hopefully it won't be too busy by the time I get down to Finsbury Park. I won't be down there for about half an hour. Sorry, not Finsbury Park. Arsenal, obviously. Yeah, so Rayner's Lane and back. And then I can have a day off. So train's here, on time. I had a late start, so I decided to have an afternoon nap. Why does it always make you feel worse? But anyway, I'm sure Rayner's Lane will wake me up. Yeah, same to you. I don't know if you could hear the bird, or the crow crowing, as it were. Anyway. I actually drove this train yesterday, or day before. So here we are, sunny Rayner's Lane sidings. Obviously it's dark, but you know what I mean. Uneventful coming through town. We did pick up a few people at Arsenal, but it was sort of the last few people rather than it being really busy. Ooh. So yeah, nothing really to report. I think we're here on time. I haven't actually checked. We should be. I don't even know how long we're here for. So let me get to the other end and get set up and find out. So we've got about 10 minutes before we're out of here. 24 past 10 and it's 16 past now, so yeah, not too long. Yeah, it's been, I won't use the Q word, but it's been, so far, touch wood, it's been a good week. I've got tomorrow off, which is Thursday. I'll edit this video then. I should be on nights this weekend, Friday and Saturday night, but we've got lots of people who want to do them every week, so I give them away. I need as much beauty sleep as I can get. So we made it back to Cockfosters without any huge issues. Had someone asleep on the train that didn't want to get off. I didn't want to wake up. So I just got to put this in the yard. So that's the train I've just got off. When I changed ends at Cockfosters, the alarms were going off on this train. showing, it's pointless me telling you because even I don't really know what it is. I shut down a couple of times and the alarms were still going off. It was showing issues in several cars. Just come through the wash. Whilst I was waiting for the signal, I shut it down and it cleared it. So don't quite know what was the issue, because I had no problems taking it to Rayners Lane. Also, when I was on the platform, when I pulled in, the platform in the middle, the train in the middle platform even, was the last passenger service to go west. Problem is, driver's trying to shut his doors, but he couldn't move his train because he'd left the cab door open at the back. So, me being nice, I closed it for him. So yeah, if the cab door's open at the rear, you can't move the train. That's an old bit of power rail there, and that's an old bit of running rail, I think. Or is that negative rail? I don't know. No, I don't know. Anyway, it's a choo-choo. Now, some of you may have seen the videos on social media of some of these going to be scrapped. I believe, don't quote me, that they took 4 out of service earlier this year because they were beyond repair, and they cannibalised any parts on it that are useful to keep the rest going. Now, I think, and again, don't quote me, I think there was going to be 12 cars, or 12 train sets going for scrap this year. I'm not sure what's going to happen now, as we're not going to get the 24 stock until 2026. But yeah, just a few people have commented about it. So apparently they were beyond repair, they were cannibalised and sent for scrap. So the current timetable allows for those trains to not be running anyway. And here they're clearing out the ballast. So when they did platform 4 a few weeks back, they because they could reach it from the car park, they brought in a sucker to suck it all out. But here they're doing it manually. So something I want to, it's a bit loud. Something I want to show you. The other day, station staff was tidying up the flowers, and I think they've done a lovely job. So I want to show you. Might not come out so well in the dark. But how lovely is that? So if any station staff are watching who were doing that the other day, you did a great job of it. It looks lovely. Let's hope it stays nice like that. Right, so with that being said, I'm going home. I was going to say something for the life of me, I can't remember what. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try and get some other content done over the next couple of weeks. I'll be honest, the last few times I should have gone out filming. I've decided to catch up on some sleep instead. But yeah, hopefully I'll get some done for the following week. So anyway, enjoy your weekend. Thank you for watching. Take care.